Hello, my name is Ed McClements, and welcome to a special presentation on the historic moving of the Blockhouse, an iconic structure tied to the rich history of the location of the Battles of Saratoga. When a decision was made to establish the Saratoga Historical National Park, the blockhouse, which stood on the battlefield, was excluded from the park's boundaries. Consequently, it was relocated to a farmer's field a few miles away. As someone who was brought up in the town of Stillwater, New York, and whose family was deeply connected with this area, I can attest to the significant impact that this symbol had on those of us that were born in this area during the 30s, 40s, and 50s. This, before the park was established, the Blockhouse was a revered landmark, easily accessible from the main road and situated in a picturesque spot next to a building believed to be the command post for the American Army. I had relocated to California for a considerable period, but every year I would return. And I made a point to visit the battlefield itself, and would also go to the farmer's field that was housing the blockhouse during these annual visits. This site of the important symbol in our background was left in relative obscurity, reinforced my beliefs that it deserved a place of prominence. Well, my next door neighbor happened to be Linda Sanders, who was a town historian, shared this vision also. We believe that restoring the blockhouse to a significant location in Stillwater would honor its historical importance. With Linda's leadership and the support of a passionate community members, including Butch Lilac, who was then the town supervisor. It happened to be that both Linda and Butch were members of the graduating class, as I was myself from the year 1959. Well, a dedicated effort was begun. This initiative, spanning 9 years, focused on raising the necessary funds and garnering the community support to relocate and restore the blockhouse. This video document is actually showing the incredible journey that the blockhouse relocation process and the community's unwavering commitment and the successful efforts to restore this historical landmark to a rightful place of honor. Join us in celebrating this remarkable achievement and honoring all those that were on the Blockhouse committee that made this possible. Linda was the chairperson of the Blockhouse committee, and she mentions the importance that they all played, each and every member, to make this achievement possible. Following this, this tape is actually being restored from earlier VHS tapes that were done at the time. To see more videos like this, and to see the video coverage of current events in the town of Stillwater, I need your help. I need you to subscribe to my YouTube website. Please click the like button and share this video with others so that we can continue providing and establishing these links to our most critical and historical past of Stillwater. Thank you.
Back in 1991, I saw this area set aside, didn't know what it was. one of the best kept secrets in the village of Stillwater was this hydroelectric plant. And I thought, gee, this would be a good place to put the Blockhouse. So I came up with the idea of moving the Blockhouse down here, never dreaming that it would be involved as it was. I talked to the mayor, then Mayor John Herrick, about this possibility. He seemed enthusiastic. I talked to the supervisor, Paul Lilac, and he was enthusiastic. And so a committee was formed from residents of both the town and the village to pursue this plan. And we started in December of 1991 with a meeting at the historian's office, and at the time was in the library. And we tried to brainstorm ideas of moving the Blockhouse down to this park. We thought of getting a helicopter to pick it up and move it. We thought of the way that it was moved from the national park to the site, which was on Mr. and Mrs. Ed Fiegel's farm, which was a house mover. So we looked into all these possibilities, and I never dreamed that it would take so much money. I thought we would just put it on the truck and move it down. But there was a lot to it than what I dreamed. And we worked very hard. We had all kinds of fundraisers, and we had newspaper articles just about every week in the local weekly paper. And we contacted several people, including cable, and thank heavens they were so receptive to us. And we had all kinds of activities for 8.5 years. And we finally raised the money from all your help and one grant from Parks and Recreation. And we earned $50,000, and we moved this Blockhouse, roughly $50,000, to move this Blockhouse. And the culmination of my dream was on the 3rd of June in 1999, and on a glorious, beautiful day, we started from Mr. Fiegel's farm at 9 o'clock in the morning and traveled the 8 miles down the road. And here we are. At 12 o'clock noon, when the fire whistle blew, we were coming around the corner right in back of me. And I never smiled and grinned and laughed so much that day as I did, plus talking to media like I did. It was a glorious day, and we had our ups and downs, but more positives than negatives. The support from the community and people in the surrounding areas was tremendous. Stillwater to me is the greatest community in the world, and the people therein. We couldn't have done a quarter of what we've done if it wasn't for the support of the entire community. Whenever we had an affair like the Blockhouse Country Fairs, or we had a line dance which people were mobbed right straight through up at the hillside. Anything we had, there was support there. Back a few years ago, we started contacting barn rights and again Lyman's house movers about this move. We contacted the Woodford brothers they're from near Syracuse, about coming down and partially dismantling the Blockhouse, which they did. We contracted with those folks, and they came and they took the roof section off completely and down to the first beam where the roof is, that section completely. They dismantled. Then Blarman came, Stan Barber, Blarman's house mover, came in, picked that Blockhouse up, put it on his little trailer, and down the road we came on the 3rd of June. Came down 32, Route 32, and then up 423 to Blizzard Road, over Blizzard Road, and down the hill, and down Waterbury, what we call, us locals call Waterbury's Hill, because the Waterbury farm was right there in between the hill. And I was concerned about that area because it is a steep and winding hill, but Stan said, don't worry, everything is fine. And so down the hill we came, and through down Lake Street, and came through and came over the end of Lake Street and over past the wood and iron shop, and we came and plopped it right there on top of the beams that were reassembled. Now you couldn't ask for a more gorgeous place to be than I am sitting right here, looking out at the beautiful Hudson River and seeing all the Canada geese, and you note I said Canada geese, not Canadian geese, in the river. It's a beautiful sight. You're welcome to come anytime. We're going to have our official opening in May of 2000, so stay posted for the official date. The Blockhouse is going to be a small museum, but it's going to be a visitor center and an information center for this corridor, which is also the Champlain Trail. The Blockhouse Committee is one of the most unique group of people I have ever worked with in my entire life, and I can honestly and truthfully say we never had an argument. We had plenty of serious discussions, but we never had an argument. And these are the people that I never had an argument with. I was chairperson. Eileen Gannon was the vice chairperson, this is present tense, is the vice chairperson. Joey M. Winchell, who is the secretary. Harold Jocelyn, who I don't know what I'd ever do without any of these guys, but Harold Jocelyn, his wife Helen, Ross Clothier, Butchie Lilac, well I should say Paul F. Lilac, supervisor, who is ex officio, Ernie Martin, Ernest W., the mayor, who is also ex officio, Kathy Blinn, Joan Rhonda, Darlene Martin, the wife of our beloved mayor, who has been great. Whenever we've said something, Darlene said, yeah, I'll do that. Okay, I'll take care of that. Bob Becker, who was our engineer and drew up the plans for us. He no longer is a member of our committee, but Bob was a faithful member for a long time. But most of all, the late Jack Lenehan. Jackie was on our committee from the very, very beginning. He worked very hard for us. Jack was noted for his having an ox roast back during the time of our town bicentennial, but Jack was also noted for having our chicken barbecues, and he was a great guy. I don't know why you can't do that. What do you mean you can't do that? That was Jack. We miss him terribly. He will always be very special to us and always in our hearts. I want to mention too Linda Palmieri, who is the Deputy Town and Village Historian, and I also appointed her as curator of the Blockhouse. But this, as I say, this entire committee, their support and the support of the entire town and village boards has been unbelievable, right from the very beginning. I'm very, very fortunate to have a town and village board who loves history and loves this town town and village as much as I do.
Hi, I'm Ed McClements. Welcome to my channel, With over 66,000 views, we explore Stillwater's history, the Battles of Saratoga, real estate issues, financial planning, health tips for baby boomers. By subscribing, you help us to create more videos on Stillwater's current and historic events. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share this with your friends and your family and dive into the fascinating content that we create together.